Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we're entering the world of public speaking, and I'm going to give you a very simple tip when you're preparing for your upcoming speech. Anytime that you're preparing a speech, you want to make sure that your mind is present. But don't worry, this isn't going to be the tip. I just want to bring this up because there's a big difference between aimless practice and deliberate practice. Imagine that you go to the basketball court and you shoot a bunch of free throws. You spend 3 hours shooting free throws. Every now and then you're checking your phone. Your mind is in la la land. This is one scenario. But in another scenario, you're only in the basketball court for 30 minutes. And when you're shooting those free throws, you are present. You may even have a coach with you who is telling you, hey, fix this movement, fix that movement, make your knees like this, and boom, 30 minutes are up. Which one do you think is more optimal? Is it the 3-hour one or the 30-minute one? 30 minutes. With the 30-minute one, you did deliberate practice. Your mind was in it. But in order for you to do deliberate practice, you need some sort of a feedback system. In this scenario with basketball, we offered a coach who is telling you how to sharpen your moves. But let's say you don't have a public speaking coach. What then? Two very popular feedback systems are the mirror and the camera. This allows you to see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. When I was first starting off my public speaking journey, joining Toastmasters, I was predominantly focusing with the mirror technique. I liked it when I could tell exactly what I looked like. I liked it when I could be like, you know what, your face doesn't look good right now. Adjust it on the spot. I didn't want to put in the effort of recording my talks. So for my first couple of speeches, that's the method that I used. Over time, I started to learn from this public speaking coach that this was not a good strategy. Sure, with the mirror, you're capable of adjusting on the spot, but the problem is that it makes you too introverted. You begin to think more rather than being fully focused on the speech. He recommended that I change my feedback system from the mirror into the camera. So I followed his advice. I'm paying him, And almost like magic, it changed the philosophy completely. Rather than trying to adjust as I'm giving the speech, I could focus wholeheartedly on the speech, and then later on, I could watch the film back. With this strategy, it was much more optimal because I would, let's say, do 4 to 5 rounds of practicing, and then I would watch the film back later on in the day. When I did watch back the film later on in the day, rather than right after I was done preparing my speech, what this allowed me to do was not evaluate the film with the mindset of a creator, but rather from the mindset of the audience. I sat back. I saw some stuff that I didn't like. I saw some stuff that I did like, and I was starting to understand what it was going to be like for the audience members that I was gearing my speech for. So the bottom line is that when you are preparing your speech, don't just practice for a long time with your mind in la la land. Instead, create some sort of a timer or a time limit where you're like, right now, I am going to practice my speech. Then make sure that you have some sort of a feedback system, preferably a camera. And by the way, we're done with the talk. I just wanted to give you a little bonus tip. Having a backlog of your material helps so much. A lot of popular writers will tell you that one of the best ways for them to improve their writing skills is to read back their old writing. And by old, I don't mean writing that they wrote yesterday. I'm talking about writing that they wrote 5 years ago. The farther back that they go, the more that their body is invested. They say that if you're not cringing at your old writing, then you're not writing enough and you're not evolving enough. So when you have that backlog of material of your old talks, you start to feel really good, especially when you're watching it back 5 years from now. You're going to be like, ugh, I did that. And other times you're going to be like, whoa, I did that. I should do that again nowadays. So bottom line, try your best to record your speeches, especially when you're preparing, and your future self will absolutely thank you. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want to learn more about public speaking, be sure to check out my book, The Speaking Wizard. In The Speaking Wizard, you will learn what to create your speech on, brainstorming. You're going to learn more about how to deliver your speech to a human. You're going to learn how to engage the audience, how to ask proper questions to your audience in order to make them feel involved, along with plenty of other topics that you will not find on Google. Check out The Speaking Wizard in the links in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.